Welcome to AI Agents News, your weekly briefing on the fast-moving world of artificial intelligence. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jordan. Today is July 1st, 2025, and we have a packed show for you.
That's right. The main story this week is the escalating AI talent war, with Meta and OpenAI going head-to-head in a very public battle. We'll also look at a stunning new electric vehicle from Xiaomi, a major shift in how AI models get their data, and a big development in healthcare AI.
It feels like the entire industry is holding its breath. Let's get into it.
Let's start with the story everyone is talking about, the battle for AI talent. It seems Mark Zuckerberg is on a personal crusade to build a super team at Meta.
He is not holding back. Reports say he's personally emailing top researchers at rivals like OpenAI and Google, offering them eye-watering pay packages. But it's more than just money, Alex. He's also offering something many researchers crave: nearly endless access to cutting-edge computing power and chips.
And that strategy is clearly paying off. In a recent internal memo, Zuckerberg announced his new Superintelligence team. It's a who's who of AI, with nearly 24 researchers poached directly from OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google.
You can really feel the tension this is creating. A leaked memo from OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, didn't mince words. He slammed Meta's approach, saying, and this is a direct quote, missionaries will beat mercenaries.
That's such a powerful line. He's framing this as a culture war. OpenAI's people are the missionaries, driven by a long-term vision for AI, while he's painting the people leaving for Meta as mercenaries just chasing a paycheck. Jordan, what do you think about that framing?
I think it's a necessary defense, but it also reveals how threatened they feel. Another internal memo from OpenAI leadership was even more dramatic. They told their team, someone has broken into our home. It shows a deep sense of violation. They've also said they are now recalibrating comp, which is corporate speak for we're going to have to pay people a lot more money.
So the missionary argument only goes so far when faced with a massive salary and unlimited resources.
Exactly. And it's important to remember this isn't just a Meta and OpenAI story. Talent poaching is becoming the industry standard. The articles this week also highlight that Microsoft poached several top Google researchers to build its own powerful new AI system. The top talent is a scarce resource, and everyone is fighting for it.
That's a perfect transition. Let's talk about what these brilliant minds are actually building. That Microsoft team you just mentioned has created something pretty incredible.
It really is. They've built a new AI diagnostic tool. According to Microsoft, this new system diagnosed patients 4 times more accurately than human doctors in their studies.
4 times more accurately. That is a staggering statistic. It really puts the talent war into perspective. This isn't just about building a better chatbot. It's about creating technology that could fundamentally change industries like healthcare, potentially lowering costs and saving lives.
Absolutely. And this innovation isn't just happening in software. Over in the hardware and automotive space, a company known for smartphones just sent a massive shockwave through the EV market.
You're talking about Xiaomi and their new SUV, the YU7.
That's the one. The launch was a blockbuster. They took 200,000 pre orders in just 3 minutes. To put that in perspective, that's 4 times what the Tesla Cybertruck has sold in its entire 18-month lifetime.
Wow. And the big selling point seems to be the price. It's launching at around $35,000, putting it in direct competition with Tesla's wildly successful model, why one report called the YU7 an SUV-sized middle finger to Tesla.
It just shows how fast things are moving. A company that wasn't even in the car business a few years ago is now a major threat to an established leader like Tesla. It's a testament to the power of technology and large scale manufacturing.
Now for all of this AI development, whether it's in healthcare or cars, one thing is essential: data. And on that front, a huge change is underway that could impact the entire industry.
This is a big one. Cloudflare, one of the companies that manages a huge portion of the internet's traffic, just announced it will be blocking AI web crawlers by default.
Can you break down what that means for our listeners?
For years, AI companies have operated on a simple principle. If it's on the public internet, it's fair game for training data. They've sent out crawlers, or bots, to scrape text and images from billions of websites. Cloudflare is flipping that switch off. Now, website owners will have to actively opt in to let these AI companies use their data. The age of the scraping free-for-all could be coming to an end.
That's interesting, Alex. This connects directly to a major theme we heard about from the recent ODSC East 2025 conference. With real-world data becoming harder to access due to privacy concerns and moves like Cloudflare's, there's a huge push toward synthetic data.
That's right, companies are now generating artificial, computer created data to train their models. It's a clever way to sidestep privacy and copyright issues. But it raises a huge question: can synthetic data ever be as good as the real thing? The jury is still out.
And while the tech industry wrestles with these data problems, the government is trying, and often failing, to keep up. We saw some political drama around AI regulation this week.
We did. Senator Marsha Blackburn abruptly pulled her support for an AI moratorium that she herself had helped craft as part of a larger bill. It happened after a wave of backlash from critics who called the bill a get out of jail free card for big tech.
So she killed her own compromise. It just goes to show how incredibly difficult it is to write effective AI regulation. Everyone agrees it's necessary, but nobody can agree on what it should actually look like.
It's a complete mess. The technology is moving at light speed, and Washington is stuck in first gear.
So, wrapping up, Jordan, it feels like the AI world is in a state of high-stakes flux. We have a culture war for talent, incredible breakthroughs in real-world applications, and a foundational crisis over the data that fuels it all.
I agree. The fight between Meta and OpenAI is so compelling because it's not just about money. It's a philosophical battle over how AI should be built and who should benefit. The outcome of that missionaries versus mercenaries fight could define the next decade of technology.
A fascinating and chaotic time, for sure. That's all the time we have for this episode of AI Agents News.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week to continue tracking these stories and more.
Until then, stay informed.